Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know I have not uploaded in like 2 or 3 weeks. I kind of lost track, but fun fact about me, okay, for any of y'all on here that don't know me in person, I am in school to be an occupational therapist assistant. So right now we're studying for our midterms and stuff, and it has just been insane. Been dealing with lots of anxiety and depression, stress. Yeah, so anyway, here we go. Also, I have messed with this background like 40,000 times, and you know what? We picked the couch. I'm sitting on the floor again, and the red couch is gonna be the background right now, okay? Thought it correlated well with the lips, you know? So anyway, I have tried to record this video like 10 times, but I am so self-critical and stuff and picky that I was like, ew, I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. So, you know what? Here I am. All right, so today's video, albinism. What the heck is that? I was born with albinism, oculocutaneous albinism, in fact, the one that's hard to say. I get asked questions a lot. And one of the main questions I get asked, or the most common, is, what's that? What's albinoism? What's albinism? Nobody can seem to say it. Okay, here it is. A-L-B-I-N-I-S-M. Albinism. Yay! All right, so that's how you pronounce it. Now, if you go to Google and you search what is albinism, Google, it will say it's a disease. I don't really agree with that term, to be honest, because a disease is like, you know, yucky. It's like something that's going to kill you and stuff. And albinism is not, you know, yes, we have vision issues and stuff like that, but it's not like it's really affecting anything super internal. So, all right. So what is albinism? I'm going to try to explain this in the most simple way possible because it is a genetic mutation and all that can get very complex. And I don't want to confuse nobody. And I ain't studying to be a geneticist, I ain't studying to be one of them. So occupational therapy doesn't really, you know, go too deep into that. Albinism is a genetic mutation. Albinism, it's caused by a recessive gene. My parents did not have albinism, neither did any of my cousins, no grandparents, nobody in my family that we know of. My parents both just happened to be carriers of the recessive gene that causes this genetic mutation. It works the same way for other animals, you know, we're mammals, all right? So when my parents decided to get together and make the hanky spanky, both of those recessive genes met when I was conceived. So that's how it works. We remember Punnett squares from high school. You remember the big D is the dominant and the little r and the big R are recessive, that whole thing. So albinism is the little r. So they had to come together. It is a 1 in 20,000 chance. It's very rare. So essentially I am a unicorn. But anyway, albinism causes a lack of pigment to be produced by the brain. And so this is why most people with oculocutaneous albinism have white hair, because we lack pigment. So this is like what your hair would be like as a blank canvas. And this is also why, so when you go outside to tan, your skin has melanocytes. They are cells in the skin that cause you to darken, which is your body's way of defending against the sun. Now, albinism, my melanocytes are, you know, they're a little impaired. Oh my God, I just heard a train and that scared me. Anyway, sorry. So when I go out in the sun, I have no protection really because my body's melanocytes aren't able to darken my skin to protect me. So those of us with albinism, usually pale skin, usually cannot tan, you know, out in the sun. We can fake bake and all that, you know, I'll talk more about that in another video. But we cannot tan, we can't really protect ourselves from the sun. So it's very important for us to wear, you know, UV clothing and sunscreen. Better wear your sunscreen, summer's coming up. And I wear sunglasses every time I'm outside. Hats are subjective because I don't really like wearing hats if I'm not gonna be out too long. But like if I'm going to the beach or something, you best believe I'm gonna find the biggest hat I can, wear it. I really like UV clothing though, just side note, just because you don't get all sticky and nasty with that. You do get a little sweaty though. So anyway, that is why most people with albinism have white hair, very pale skin, very pale irises, very pale irises of the eyes, which is the colored part of the eye. Now, most people with albinism tend to have blue eyes because for whatever reason, again, not studying genetics, blue takes the least amount of pigment to make. So yes, they can have brown eyes, yes, they can have green eyes, yes, they can have all colors of the rainbow, but most commonly it is blue. So, especially if you're Caucasian. So, that is in short what albinism is. Now, albinism affects the optic nerve of the eye, and it also affects the development in the retina, which I will insert a picture, of a retina. It is the inside of the eye. You can go to the eye doctor and get exams. That's what they're trying to look at in there when they shine the light in your eye and have you look in the little microscope thingy. So, people with albinism have a lighter retina, versus a typical normal eye is usually more of a darker color. And so basically, one of the reasons we are low vision is because we only have so much pigment to work with versus a typical person, pigmented person with typical eyeballs. Since we're talking about retinas and redness and stuff, my favorite myth, that we all have red eyes, all right? I don't know what your vision is right now, but you can see mine are not red. Okay, not red. Now, when a optometrist looks into my eye with the light, it kind of looks like it's reddish or more of like a purpley color. And that is because you're seeing the light go through and shine on the back of the retina, and that color is going through the blue of the iris, and red and blue makes a purpley-ish hue. So a lot of people with albinism, their irises are not as blue as mine, and they're not as deep in color, so it's almost like translucent. So you're seeing the back of the retina. Because the inside of the eyeball, it's like a big ball, you're seeing the red on the back. So that's where that comes from. I hate that myth. I hate when people, I shouldn't say hate, but I don't like it when people are like, oh, do you have red eyes? Do you have fake eyeballs? Or those contacts? And it's like, yes, I do wear contacts, but they're not colored. But I literally had somebody at work one time, this is such a dumb story, but that literally did not believe me and wanted me to move my contact for her friend to prove to her that I wasn't a vampire and I didn't have red eyes. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because I don't need to, and I don't need to prove anything to you. Anyway, y'all, most people with albinism have what we call low vision, or they're legally blind. Now, low vision means that the vision cannot be fully corrected with adaptive equipment or surgery or anything like that. That's what that means. Because if we just said low vision was having, low vision on a scale, pretty much everybody would be low vision. But what separates, us is that we can only be corrected so far. Like in my case, I wear contacts, but I don't see 20/20. I see about 20/80 in my right eye, and I believe 20/200 in my left. Don't quote me on that, okay? I'm not sure about the left one because my main focus is the right one because it allows me to drive. As of now, there is nothing that can fully correct it. So I wear contacts and I use, reading glasses. I use a bioptic. I use magnifiers and cameras and all sorts of fun gadgets that I will show you all in another video. And then without correction, I'm considered legally blind. So blindness is on a scale. A lot of people don't understand that. And I'm not comparing it to autism at all, but I'm just saying, it's kind of on a scale. Like blindness is on a scale. It's not like if you say, oh, I'm legally blind, you just see pitch black and run into everything. That's not what it means. So without correction, I see, I believe 2200 in my right eye and 2400 in my left eye. And anything higher than 2200 is considered legal blindness. So it's just a medical term. That's just what it is. When I was younger, I hated hearing my mom tell people that, because I was like, I'm not blind, I can see. But now I understand that now that I've grown, that's, not saying I was blind, it's just how it is on the scale. So anyway, you guys, again, thank you so much for all of you that have subscribed to my channel. I really love that y'all have come back to see me again. Okay, let me stop. All right, I just realized my hair was sticking up like a little peacock this whole time. Sorry. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me embarrass myself and give this brief definition / explanation of what albinism is. We can go more into vision in another video because that is such a complex thing, and go into, you know, how I see. It's another common question I get all the time. As always, you guys, if y'all would want to leave me a thumbs up to help your girl out, that would be awesome. If you are not a member of Krista's Albi tribe, which I just say that to be cute because I want my little tribe of Albis, feel free to subscribe to my video, like and share. If there is a topic that y'all would like me to speak on next, I have ideas cooking, okay? But I want to hear from y'all, what y'all fellow Albis and everybody else that comes by and sees this video. If you'd like to comment and give me some suggestions on what y'all want to hear about, I will have another video up for y'all later this week. And as always, thank you again for subscribing and watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.